Can our kingdom last 100 years as the king of spells? Well, the year is 673, and our enemies are rebellion, nature, and the king of nothing. First, we need to place our Citadel, which strikes our opponents with chain lightning. Now we need to place either some defensive towers or some units. Well, let's put a wizard out on the battlefield and see what happens. Our first opponent, well, they don't have a lot, do they? And we can strike lightning from the heavens above. Now, since we've got some wizards, I think we're gonna want some strong melee troops to support them and be the front line. So we'll put out some knights. Now the enemy has a weird looking dog. Oh, and they've got their elven archers in the back. Just imagine Legolas is back there with a longbow. So what do we want? More troops. How do we get it? Procreation. Now, do we want wizards or the knights? I think we want a stronger front line. And look at how many knights we have. That should do us justice for quite a few waves, actually. So here's the spell's rebellion. And you'll notice that when I drop lightning, sometimes it chains to enemy troops. Now, if you look at this, the 38, 49, and 0, well, that's how much damage each of these have done respectively. Our knights are basically just tanking damage. Let's go ahead and take static and give it to our wizards. Now, they're gonna do a little bit of chain lightning by themselves. And I really like my lightning ability. Hey, look, our knights actually did something. So what do we want? More troops. And how do we get it? Well, everybody, when a knight and a knight fall in love. We have a royal decree option. Now, overwork would be great, but we don't have anything to use it on. The only one that really seems to work is static fields, which will give me faster lightning. The wizards are doing most of the damage. Let's get more wizards. It's literally that simple. Wait a minute. Oh, this is the king of nothing. I was gonna say, they have archers back there. I thought that was the king of spells rebellion. Well, we could make our knights tankier, or we could upgrade them. Let's go ahead and upgrade them. If we put a knight on top of a knight, well, they leveled up, and now they're level 2. Man, the chain lightning cleans out the spells rebellion wizards in the back line. We are at a level of incredible, incredible power, but it's not enough. We're gonna have to do more. We could get static, or we could get a shaman. I think we want additional units, so we're gonna put a shaman on the board. Now I'm spacing the amount for a very specific reason, which we'll get into a little bit later. This is a roguelite, so while I have a pretty good idea of what I wanna do in mind, it's not necessarily gonna play out exactly how I want. So this is interesting. I think we can turn our knights into cavalry with boars. I'm gonna choose poison vials and give them to my wizards. Now they're doing lightning and poison. They're what you call a little bit OP, at least right now. And my lightning tower is a lot better. I can shoot it so much, like it did 174. It almost did as much damage as my wizards. Now we could add another unit to get a warlock, or we could get our first building. Every turn has a 50% chance of duplicating an enchantment of one adjacent unit. I'm thinking we put it right here. So there's oh, well, it failed. I was gonna say, because our wizards have like a couple enchantments. Look at this. My lightning is just tearing them up in the back line. My goal is to try to do a decent amount of damage. 254, I would say that is a decent amount of damage. And this is what we need, a farm. Each turn adds 1 unit to 1 adjacent army. Well, guess what? Our diplomat failed. And he said he found us someone else to fight. I think who we want to fight is the King of Blood. King of Greed is tricky. So we're going to plant a farm right here, and it's going to recruit. And actually, I think our wizards just duplicated their spell. So here is the King of Blood, which is basically like the devil, I think, because he sends demons to fight us. There sure are a lot of demons. Now, you can get some spells from there. I could re-roll if I wanted to, but we'll just take the Citadel, and I'll keep my gold. I'm going to upgrade my laser, my lightning storm from the heavens. So the King of Nothing has arrived. Knights in the front, footmen behind them, and then archers in the far back line. But now my lightning bolt is doing 23 damage on its first strike instead of 15. So it's definitely doing its thing, and no matter where I hit, it'll zap the other dudes. Well, we're gonna take another farm, and we just got a merchant. I think what we could do is we could take the library, we could re-roll once, and hope for something good, which I don't think we did. So we'll just leave. We'll place the farm down. We'll place the library down. So that way it'll send out 2 attempts, although it failed twice. It's still a 50% chance. It doesn't increase the chances that you have. Now these elves in the back line for the god of nature, well, the king of nature, I guess, are really, really powerful, and they'll automatically shoot your backline troops. And I guess we'll just upgrade the Citadel once more. Unit causes air damage equal to 20% of its attack when it kills an enemy. That should make our wizards more powerful. Oh, and here we go, the Wizard Rebellion. Now, I will say, I think this game is, like, mechanically a masterpiece. I just wish we had a little bit better art than these little pixel art guys. That being said, that should not stop you from playing this game. Did we place warlocks? I think we did, right? And a tower comes forth from the ground, and guess what? We get to expand the size of our kingdom. And I think the way we'll want to do that is, I guess, here. All right, who are these? These are shaman. Oh no, I thought we had warlocks. I picked the wrong unit, but that's fine. What we're gonna do is just upgrade our Citadel. So, oh man, yeah, this is gonna do mass damage. Look at that, 34 damage on the initial lightning strike, and then it does lightning chain damage up to like 2 or 3, I think. It did 782. Unlike our previous battle. Ooh, vampirism? Yeah, we'll do a little bit of vampirism to keep these guys alive. Basically, they'll attack the enemy and do a little bit of lifesteal. But yeah, like in the other battle we played, in the other video, the catapult, we were the king of nothing. The catapult coming from the tower didn't do nearly as much damage, I feel like, as this lightning strike does. So this faction has a very, very powerful. Ooh, adds 2% attack damage to adjacent units and towers, and we get a royal decree. The maximum level of the castle is 8. I could receive 99 gold, or we get to double all the enchantments of all your currently active troops. Well, since we got the library, that actually might be a lot. So, oh yeah, these wizards have 4 lightning, 2 poison, and then 6. I don't know what that said. So that's quite a bit, and that was 2 vampirism. Now, on top of that, we're going to add this blacksmith to increase the damage of both our knights and our wizard. So it's year 16. Remember that we want to get to year 100 in our kingdom to see if that's possible. I would say that we're handily winning most of these battles. I'm feeling pretty good about it. It's year 16, and I haven't felt overly threatened, at least since the beginning. Okay, combustion. That's the one we had. Okay, we have shaman. That's the unit in the backline. So we'll just place the shaman on top of the shaman and get level 2 shaman. It's shaman time. Oh my gosh, this lightning is so good, dude. As long as you make a direct hit on some of their enemies, you're gonna have a great time. They're gonna have a bad time. And it's so much faster firing than that catapult. Almost 1200 damage. So at this point, I guess we might as well take the knights. I like to have just maybe 3, maybe 4 types of units. Now, who do we wanna... I like the king of nothing. I feel like we do really, really good against the archers in the back line. So we'll make peace with the king of nothing. So now we're only fighting the king of spells, king of nothing, and king of blood. And we're going to get our knights here to level 3, which is going to make them significantly more powerful. Look at their health, damage, and hits. Watch this. Oh, yeah. Oh, my gosh. Their health just went up massively. And they've got vampirism. Those things are going to hold the front line, especially against an army like the king of blood. I would say we're not going to have too much of an issue. Look at how many knights are still alive. That's fantastic. They don't do a lot of damage, but that's not their job. And we'll do vampirism. Now, this just gives 2% to all adjacent units and towers, so it might be good to get some warlocks. Sturdy unit with melee area damage. I mean, why not? Like, we'll get advantage of the 2% attack damage, and they're frontline troops. But you can see that the enemy's numbers are dramatically increasing. We only have 69 troops, and while that is a nice number, the enemy had 98 on the field. And they're only going to get more and more and more. If we could upgrade our farm, that would be fantastic. But it doesn't look like that's going to be the case, so let's upgrade our library. The library should try 3 times. Was that 2 fails in 1 stack? Dude. Wow, the king of nothing brought 121 troops. We got 3 warlocks, and since we saw them last, they added 30 troops. So, needless to say, they are getting more and more dangerous. All right, we're gonna stack. Ooh, I need the wild card. I want to stack the blacksmith, but we need to stack this farm more. I think here, and we're gonna stack the farm. We gotta up our numbers. These are amateur numbers. I think that was 2 successes and 1 fail, maybe. Man, the front line attack, like the very first attack. Okay, we're 74. They're 108. Wait, how did we get a super knight on the field? Is that a graphical glitch? Why are some of my units bigger? All right, we can. Ooh, I'm actually want more warlocks in here. They only did 16, but I need them to like hold the line. I think that may have been a graphical glitch then. Because now we don't have enlarged knights. All right, how do we do? We only lost 10 troops and they lost 141. Our units are massive. All right, I want a farm, but a wild card is, this is tricky. So this is a level 3 farm. Okay, so I can't wild card it. That's a level 3 library. I'm actually glad I looked at this. So what we need to do is take the farm. 10% of all enemies turn into frogs. Okay, that's crazy. Increase the tax. I mean, abracadabra. I have not seen that, and that is hilarious. All right, so we're going to take a farm and put it right here. And so it'll buff those 2 units. The King of Blood is back in the year 23, and we are just spitting out lightning. Look at that. Yeah, King of Blood is all about the Citadel doing damage. All right, we'll take the Vampirism and give them over here. Okay, yeah, those wizards are getting nuts. Just absolutely bonkers. I think the King of Spells, I mean, of the 3 I played King of Nothing, the King of Greed, and now the King of Spells. I've not played the King of Blood just yet. And I would say, oh wait, didn't I also play King of Nature? We will take the Blacksmith, although the Archers would be good. I'm gonna get that farm up and running, and it's the Merchant, so I could go ahead and upgrade my Wizards. Are they tier? They're only tier 1. All right, we're definitely taking that. 100% that. We can upgrade our Shaman again. Knights should be tier 3. Yeah. All right, and I actually want another unit. I'm gonna take some Elves. I'm gonna definitely take some Elves. They'll snipe the backline. Hold on. Who are we battling? Would Archers be better? Thieves also can be really good backline troops. I guess we can do a reroll, and we'll take Warlocks. Yeah, I think that's the play. All right, so now who do we want to upgrade first? The Wizards are still tier 1. We want to get those guys. I think in year 25 I get to place as many as I want. I'm not sure. We have a lot of cards. All right, I can place the Blacksmith. Oh, and I can still place the Shaman. Man, that was a massive turn for us. I would say we have a really good chance of getting level 100. Basically just like, I mean, we lost a single unit in that battle. 1 unit, guys. All right, we'll take Vampirism. We've got a couple Vampirisms sticking here. In the library, it has a 50% chance of buffing, so these guys need to start getting some spells, so that way that can help try to, yeah, look at that. Now they got 2 Vampirism, and all we had to do was pay for 1. I wonder what the counter king to the King of Spells is, because this is easily the most powerful king I think I've played so far, although we could be having a god run. I know, I'm not entirely sure. I think we want to upgrade our farm. But the King of Blood is leading his final assault. You ready to see a giant demon? Because I'm sure you are. Let's go ahead and pop that out. We'll get Vampirism. I guess we'll get Vampirism on these guys, because that should stock up. And I could put a Spire here. Heals your units with the lowest HP, and this increases its damage, so I'm going to save that. I guess I have to put it down, but I don't want to. Yeah, it's not letting me play. I wanted to save this, but I guess it's like, they're like, no, you have to use it. Well, I'd rather get gold, because I believe that we're just going to keep slaughtering. But look at this. So they've got like a magma giant out there. Look at how much chain lightning is going on. They came to the battle with 298 troops. We came with 119. And that guy is spewing out like little spawnable minions. And we've got like the big knights and the big wizards bug again, which is amazing. All right, so there we go. All right, now I can just keep zapping him. I may not do a lot of damage. Oh wow, I took out all of his spawnables. I think I did. And there it is. Victory. We beat our first boss. But remember, we're trying to get to year 100. That is a daunting task. We're only a third of the way there. All right, year 28. It'd be cool to get an upgrade for my Citadel to be able to do even more lightning power, because I don't think their archers are going to get stronger. I think they're just going to get more numerically, you know, there's going to be a lot more of them. We'll take the steel coat, and we'll put that on... Honestly, we should put it on... Like, this library is so massive. I need to buy the tile right here and put an infantry unit there. Let's put the steel coat on the warlocks. I want to get more libraries. As soon as I can get more libraries, we got to do that. That just seems extremely powerful. Did you see that? They had 332 troops, and our first attack took them down to like 50% health. We are too powerful. We might be actually too powerful. Look at that. These guys have 7 vampirism because of this stupid library. Everybody's got vampirism now, man. We just love the blood. Yeah. I don't know how many wizards we have, but it's all of them. All the wizards of the world. We went to like Hogwarts and we're like, yo, we need warriors to go fight on the battlefields for us. Yeah. 225 troops the enemy brought forth. They're all dead. And they're still only level 2. Well, guess what? Now they're level 3. Yikes. Now they have, they deal 57 damage. All right, that time the enemy didn't die immediately. And in fact, we've lost about 1/3 of our troops. Okay, their knights did a fantastic job. Look at that. That was a worrying battle. We're only in year 32. Levels up the target plot. I do want another farm. I want the wild card and the farm. Guess we'll take the wild card. Oh, doubles your lightning strikes attack speed. Okay, that's massive. Unlocks 3 new random plots. Ooh, that could be good too. I mean, but that's gonna do more for us right now. I can upgrade the blacks. Do I want more numbers? I want more. I want both. What do you want? All of the things. I would like all of the things, please. 394 troops. King of Blood, we deal with them relatively easily. The one we didn't do well against, I think, is the King of Nothing. We'll take the reroll. And I guess we'll take vampirism again. Runs towards the enemy and explodes, dealing damage. That's kind of cool. All right, which one do we want to buy? I think I wanted to buy a unit back there. All right, I bought 2 new plots. Still trying to figure out what to do with them. These guys, the shaman have so much lifesteal, which they'll never be able to use. Maybe we'll just give the wizards vampirism. The library failed twice, but succeeded once. Oh man, look how fast we can fire our lightning. Okay, their front line just absolutely collapsed on that second barrage. I think we might, oh man, guys, this isn't good. It's only year 33 and they just wiped us out. Now I gotta kill them all before they reach my citadel or I lose a life, which I managed to do. I think we need more troops. And I guess we'll put them, there's not gonna be any enchantment. I guess we'll put them on the blacksmith, which means I should have like purchased a tile like right there. Whoops. Okay, man, I don't know when the next King of Nothing's gonna come, but I'm scared. I guess the King of Nothing is our counter. King of Blood is definitely not. And I think we are better magicians than the other magicians. 5,000, hold on. 5,848. Everyone else is like doing nothing except these two, at least against them. When killed, unit explodes, causing 10% area damage. But I think that could affect us too. I'll take a reroll and I'll take vampirism. I have so much vampirism. Everybody gets at least 1 vampirism, you know? Okay. Oh, it's the King of Nothing again. I'm definitely worried. I think I actually need to hit their front line. There we go. We crushed the front line. Nope. Oh my gosh. I left their archers alive this time, and we did worse. I think they're gonna get there. Ah, they got there, so we have 3 lives in the back. We only have 2. Okay. I guess just putting out troops. We need to put out as many troops as possible. Wow, that was all fails on the library. We'll beat the King of Blood, but things are getting kinda hairy, man. We haven't scaled enough into the later game. Although, to be fair, this is the demo, and they say after you beat the first boss, like, everything's sort of experimental. So I wonder if maybe they haven't balanced it yet? Did that say 10,000 damage? All right. Fast and aggressive, small troop with many units. Well, we need more numbers, so we're gonna do that. It's time to wage war with another king? I guess I don't like greed, because they jump to the back line, so we'll take King of Nature. And we'll do an imp. And what we're gonna do is give them vampirism, so the library should eventually help with that. All right, so we've got a massive mixture of units, but we needed that against King of Nothing. They have 404 troops. How are their archers just super healthy? I'm spraying them with lightning and it's not doing enough. All right, well, the King of Nothing just dominated us. What are those things? What are those little dogs? They have dogs now? What can I do? I guess I could put a farm. It's not gonna do much. Archers would be good. It's not gonna be enough. I think the immediacy, what would be good is upgrading the archers to level 2. 22,000 on the tower. Okay, so this is the first battle with the King of Nature, at least since we made peace with him a while back. Look at it. I swear I'm lightninging these guys and none of them are dying. Look at all those dogs, man. Oh my God, they sniped everybody. Yep, all right, so this is the 3rd life, guys. This is not good. We wanted 100. We made it to 38, which I think is better than I did in the last run. So slowly but surely, we're learning. Now, the lesson, I think, was just getting more units out earlier. There's that balance of making your troops elite and then making more troops. But you can see that I guess we haven't done the King of Blood yet, so we can always do the King of Blood. All right, so the Ziggurat summons imps onto the battlefield. I always go top corner, and I'm not sure if that's the best just yet. And I guess area damage turret every turn sacrifices an adjacent unit per level to get +2 damage. This is tricky. I'm not entirely sure how to play this army. This is gonna be very interesting. What am I doing to them? What does my tower do? It like steals their soul? I guess we'll take the clone card. And these guys are what, bombers? So when they blow up, we want them to blow up even more. Summons imps onto the battlefield. Oh, I'm summoning imps. Oh, those are imps. Okay, that makes sense. I guess we'll just make these guys blow up even more. So how many imps can I summon? I think it was 10. Well, I might as well drop them all on like their little archer backline. Ooh, a forest adding 1 HP to adjacent units would be good, but I don't have anything that would do that yet. All right, I need something that gets more imps. I need imps to feed the mangler. I think that's how it works. And like, do you want to be giving HP to like the guys who explode? I mean, I guess. All right, here's the Blood Rebellion. That is cool being able to summon imps. You can spawn them like in a number of places. Here we go, we want imps. All allied units are replaced with level 3 imps. That'd be really cool if we had more units. Let's go ahead and do Fortify so this thing can just keep getting upgraded. And we'll add imps right. So now we have some troops. All right, here's the King of Nothing. No, that's the King of Greed, okay. And we're gonna upgrade our Ziggurat. Probably could have cloned the imps, got more imps. It's always good to have more imps. It's funny how like the little imps don't immediately go for the archers that I spawn them next to. Summons a fighting spore every 5 seconds in battle. Spores accumulate every battle. That'd be really good to get going, I think. We'll take a reroll and take a clone. Clones the card of the selected. I guess we'll get this forest and just keep adding hit points to our troops. But I don't know what that does to the dudes. You just run up and go boom. Like, do they die and then explode? Is that how it works? That's funny. If an adjacent unit dies in battle, summons an imp to fight in its place. Okay, that's cool. I'm gonna put that right here. So when either of these guys die, we should see more imps. Basically, we want our troops to die and produce more troops. Oh yeah, see? Look at their numbers going up. So whenever either of these units dies, we get imps. So we get more troops. This is powerful. We need to put a unit there. I don't want mercenaries. Whenever this troop kills, there's a 2% chance to receive 1 gold. I mean, 2% of attack. Let's go ahead and clone these guys and get imps out. So imps will die and produce more imps. It's an Impception. I'm feeling pretty good about our imp strategy. I'd like to see some like, I know that when we fought them, they have like demons. All right, time to wage war against another king. Let's go. I don't like either of these guys, but of the two, I think we'll be harder pressed to fight spells, so we'll take nothing. And every unit adds 1 HP to adjacent units. I'm gonna do it here. And the reason is I wanna save this spot for if I can get like really good units. Like whatever our really good unit is. It's interesting having like numerical superiority now. Guess we'll upgrade our Ziggurat. So now we should get what, 16? 19 imps! Oh my gosh, there's so many imps. All right, farms, wild cards, or knights. I'm gonna take the wild card. And here we go. Where can I get my good units? Now what happens if we upgrade the cemetery? I think that's what we gotta find out. All right. Okay, it just does more damage is all. Now who's doing the most damage? I guess these first imps. We'll give them the Midas touch. Hopefully that'll help us farm some gold. So let's see, we got a battle and then the tower. This seems powerful. Summons imps onto the battlefield, or do we want forest? Every turn adds 1 HP. I mean, I think over time that'll be good. So we'll get this one to tier 3. Wow, I can spawn in 21 imps to the back line, completely disrupting their battlefield strategy, I think. That being said, these guys are doing a really good job at chopping us down. But we still have 43 imps, because we respawn them from the cemetery. Give me some demons. I think we do want to farm. We want all of these. Honestly, they're so good. The King of Nothing has great stuff. All right, I guess we'll add a farm here. So we'll start getting more imps. Hey, yeah, see, he's got like demons here. I don't know how to get ours like that. And now they're just like melee fighting. Victory! A mangler or an imp. I'll take it. We'll upgrade these guys to like level 2. They get really boosted. Yeah, see, I don't like when the imps run to their frontline troops. I'd rather them chew up all the archers. But let's see. We've got a royal council a new royal decree. All right. Cancels the first hit the target unit would usually take. I think we need to start working on more numbers. I want more damage dealing from the back. Doubles the maximum quantity of imps summoned per time. I mean, is that not obvious? I didn't need to read anything else. I did not need to read anything else. Let's go ahead and level up the farm plot. Oh my gosh, so I can summon 48 imps. Oh my goodness gracious. It's not fair. That's not fair. Oh, it's hilarious. All right, I guess the forest. So why is that level 3? I want to put my archers, I think diplomat, the tower. Okay, in a few turns I'll be able to like do more. Upgrade the forest. He's really only able to help that guy more. Yeah, so this number doesn't count the 50 imps. I would love a secondary number to let me know how many of my imps are from here are actually still alive. But they did 2023. Yeah, do we want more imps or do we want more imps? The answer is we want more imps. All right, we can make peace. Who are we not doing good against? I don't think we're having trouble against anyone. I guess the King of Blood. Now, which of these? I've got more. Okay, I'm gonna make peace with the King of Greed because the King of Nature, we actually got forests on the battlefield. So we're using those. He's level 4 now, and I think he can just get higher and higher and higher. All right, so the Blood Rebellion. Oh no, okay, I see my number going up. My number does go up. It does account for the imps on the battlefield. Ooh, all of these are good choices. Summons imps onto the battlefield. Imps to upgrade the power of them. I guess Ziggurat, because he can just keep growing. I've never done where I've like made this is a tier 5 castle, and I've never gone above 3 for any of the other times I played any of the other kings. All right, maybe the King of Nothing is the dangerous one, but imps in the back line are always gonna do a good job. Just recruit more troops. Yeah, when you look at the damage, it's all the summonable imps. We needed a new tile. I don't want to put an archer back there. So now we'll have some ranged combat. We only had melee that entire time. 58. Summoning 58. I think that might be the most powerful castle. Wow, and I can upgrade it again. Or I could take a farm upgrade, but that's already tier 3. We'll take the Ziggurat. All right, we've got a royal council, a battle, and then the merchant. And we've got a few, yeah, just chew up those elves in the back. Don't worry about anything. That's all I want you to do. Ziggurat. Ooh, Procreate's good too. I mean, we got some good options. This could give me more archers. This could just give me more imps. I want a few more archers. Enemies killed have a 10% chance to be summoned back to life as allies. Okay. So I've sort of got necromancy, even though they call it embalming. We don't have a lot of area effects. Ooh, that's big too. Overwork is always big, but since this is new, we'll take it. Embalming sounds fun. All right, we're gonna give 9 more archers just to increase our numbers. Yeah, that's a lot of footmen out there. A lot of knights, a lot of footmen. But we're able to overpower their numbers. We're able to get almost 200 on the field. Man, they're getting so much health. Year 24, next year's the market. So I gotta remember not to take, oh, look, see all those white ghosts? Those were allies. Clones the card of the plot, that's a good one. Okay, yeah. I wanna know where we get good demons. I guess I could take the Balmer and the Archer, and I think if I reroll I won't be able to buy anything else, so do I want to buy anything else? No, we'll leave. Yeah, I'm gonna clone these imps actually. May not be the best thing, but I want tier 3 imps that are getting just absolutely boosted. And these archers are level 2 now. All right, we got 2 battles till the boss. There we go. Level 2 bombers. King of Nothing. 185 troops. Dude, the whole, like, look, see this archer? He's mine now. These are all my archers. Okay, so embalming is powerful. Steel coat could make our guys really strong. I'm gonna give them to these guys. And that should help. All right, the King of Blood. I wonder who we're gonna fight. Who's boss? Yeah, it's weird how I haven't gotten the option to make dragons. Maybe I have to sacrifice them? Sacrifices an adjacent unit. That's probably really cool if you know how to use it, and I just like don't. Hey, the King of Nothing. Okay. Oh, wow. Oh, yeah, I remember this guy. This guy's big. All right. We're gonna drop these dudes in the back, and he throws a huge catapult rock. Someone's gotta explain how imp logic is to run past all the archers who aren't looking at you and fight against their melee troops. Like, what's going on there? All right, but look at how many archers we have. The 10% chance seems like it's really producing. Oh man, look how much our archers are doing some good work back there. All right, do we do it? I mean, of course we do. So the King of Blood is pretty cool. Some really powerful abilities here. So I want to say thank you once again for watching 9 Kings. If you guys want to see more, or if you have some ideas for strategies or other kings you'd like to see, let me know. And I'll see you in the next one. Thanks for watching.